Y'all, I want to give a big shout out. I want to give a big shout out to Eddie H, man. A big shout out to you, Eddie, man. I appreciate you watching, man. It means a lot to me that everybody comments and all the things that, you know, the channel gets as far as, you know, views and comments and everything. I'm loving it, man. So a big shout out to Eddie H, man. Peace out. Good morning, guys. So y'all know that we're not working today. It rained last night and they were calling for a big storm, but I don't think we got as much rain as they were saying that we were going to get, you know. So I got to take care of a few things this morning. I'm going to go over here to, I'm going to go over here to the tool rental, and I'm going to check out the trencher that they got. So I'm going to look at that and maybe go on and reserve that. I'm going to give me something to eat. I'm not working today. Well, I'll look at all this as work, man. I've just got a lot of little stuff to do. Get ready for the weekend. I got to ride by one of my customers' sites and see what it's looking like over there as far as a wet ground and everything, because she was on the list to get cut. Well, she was actually on the list to get cut last week, mowed, and she told me to wait. That was 2 weeks ago. She told me to wait, and then last week we got rain and I got tied up on that cleanup job, that sod job from yesterday. So but it's an eerie day looking, man. It's not cold, but it's not hot, and temperature is supposed to be dropping. So I did make it through that job over there and got all the money that I was supposed to get without using the dump trailer. So that firewood from last week is still on the dump trailer, and we got a cold spell coming this weekend where it's gonna get in the 30s, y'all. So I guarantee. I put the wood online real quick, you know, to see if I could sell it. You know, took a little bit off the price. If I could sell it, like, you know, before we finished up that sod job. But since I went on and did everything we needed to do without the dump trailer, I went on there this morning and raised the price right back up. So y'all see, this weekend, when that temperature hits, people start getting frantic, and they'll buy this wood will sell, man. I guarantee it'll sell. So that's kind of where I'm at this morning. So I'm of course, when I'm not working, I'm not dealing with the Budweiser bow. I need a few days away from him. So, you know, it's gonna be cold this weekend. Of course, Bo called me last night with some of his game, talking about, hey man, I could go to the shelter for a few days, you know, and all that was because he knows I'm kind of pushing for him to go to the shelter. All that was a ploy to try to get his money from Friday, you know, early. That's all that was. So it didn't work. I told him to call me this morning if he wanted to go to the shelter and I'd take him, and he didn't call me. It's 9 o'clock now. It's all good. I'm gonna be selling the Scag. Not selling it, well, you know, I'm gonna trade it in. I had a couple guys in the comments say, you know, it ain't the best time to sell a mower. I agree. If I were selling it to an individual, I would definitely not sell it now. You know, but the thing is, y'all, and I explained this, I might have explained this before. The thing is that a mower like that, what I need to get for it, you know, I know I'm gonna take a hit. So this is where I'm at. I'm gonna break it down for you real quick. So I paid $14,100 for it, and that's with the 12 tires, and I also got to keep the other tires. So what I've done, since I know I'm going to be trading it back, is I have taken the 12 tires off and put it on one of my X-Marks. Y'all saw that. put the original tires back on the Scag, which had a flat the other day, which we fixed, and now this mower's back in the storage. So on that mower, there's 81 hours on it, y'all. Yeah, so it's practically brand new. Now it has, you know, it's, you know, just by the mere fact that you haul a mower around all the time, it you know, it gets banged up and stuff, you know. But it looks really good. Of course, it don't look as good with the regular tires on it as it did with the 12 tires. So let's get to the money part and my thinking on this. And y'all can comment and let me know what you guys are thinking. So, I paid $14,100 for it. If I sell it to an individual, right, just to anybody, I'm going to have to get, you know, 10,000 or more, you know, preferably 11 or 12,000. And so my thinking is this, that if somebody has got, somebody like me, and I'm thinking like I would be thinking if I were looking for a mower, or maybe fixing to buy another mower, my thinking is this, is that I would have to have, you know, 11 or 12,000 for it, give or take. Well, if you're somebody looking to buy a mower like that, you know, and you see, well, okay, Ray wants 11,000 for it, and you got to have all his cash. I got to have all the money. There ain't no financing. They'll say, okay, check. And then they can go to the same dealer I went to that I bought my mower from, and they can say, okay, I could buy a brand new one for 14,000, just like I did, and I ain't got to come off no lump sum of cash at 48 months, no interest. So if I were selling the mower for 8,000, well, that'd be different. That'd be such a great deal that somebody would probably jump on that if they could scrounge up the money. You know, most people, now not everybody, but most people that have $12,000 or $11,000 in cash to buy the mower off of me, they can use that money and have damn near no payment on a brand new one. Now, of course, mine's still under warranty and all those good things, but you see what I'm saying? If I mean, they're only going to be saving, you know, $2,500, and the price to pay for that is to have to come off of $11,000 in cash, or they can go to the dealer, sign their name just like me, and they can get 4 years no interest. What are they going to do? Well, for the most part, most of them are going to do what I did. I'm just saying they are. You know, I would venture to say 99% of them. Now there'll probably be some people that just like to pay in cash and that. But if I don't have to come off a lump sum of cash, then that's always what I'm going to do. As long as I'm not being penalized by no interest. You know, if they got 4 years no interest and you're in business, dude, and you can get that 0 interest, that is gold, man. So that's just, you know, that's just the way I'm thinking. Okay, so this is my customer's house right here, y'all. Okay, so she wants to take this tree out. She wants to take that tree out, and we're talking about out all the way, digging them up. She wants to trim this tree up, which is not a big deal. And this is Bermuda grass, and y'all been over here plenty of times with me. I've recorded over here. And she wants to take these 3 trees out right here. See these trees right here, and I've talked to you guys about these before, anybody that follows me for any period of time. These trees right here, that one, and that one, they're thorny, and they're ugly, man. Look how ugly they are. I mean, and they're hard to maintain because they're so thorny, dude. I mean, yeah. So, but the skid steer, y'all, no lie, the skid steer will come in here and push that whole thing over, and the ball and all come out. And see, my thinking is this, is the skid steer will do it. I'll have Drew pull up, you know, like right down there, you know, like right down there on that road, facing out. This is the way out, you know. He can pull up right down there, and I can come right down the hill here, and I can push that tree over, grab it, and set it right on the dump trailer. I can do the same thing with that one and that one right out in the road. Minimal impact, minimal everything on the ground and everything. So That's my thinking on that. That's my thinking, you know. Yeah, and I don't see, you know, and this is the job, like I was telling you, that I would not do by the hour. You know, I would not do this job by the hour. I would say, okay, give me $250 a tree. So 250, 250, 250, 250, 250. So right around $900 or $1,000, and I could do it in 3 hours. And that's including the dump, because my dump place, my burn pile over there on my buddy's property, it's right here, dude. It's like, it's only like, you know, it ain't even a mile from here. So this is a job that will pay great. And after this job right here, that'll be when I want to put the skid steer in the shop. Because there's never a good time to put the skid steer in the shop, and I keep putting it off. But yeah, I don't want to come in here and cut them off. I want to come in here with the skid steer and push them over and get the root ball out. And it'll be minimal tear up on the ground, minimal. And I won't be turning or nothing. I'll just come straight down the hill there, you know, straight down this way, and I'll run right into that one. And I won't have to turn, and I'll go straight out to the street, you know. Yeah, this ain't no problem. So, so it's just another job, y'all. You know, it's just another job that I can do. We'll get it all cleaned up. That's gonna be the next job, other than the trenching. So if we do the trenching job, then that'll be, well, I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it this week, man. We'll just have to see, man. I'm not sure, dude. Yeah, I can go this way. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to do it. It's kind of wet, and I'm gonna look at the weather, and I want to see the trencher that they're talking about. I want to make sure that my machine will run it. Because y'all know my Bobcat is, well, it's not real big. I mean, it's big when you ain't got a Bobcat. It's really cool to have, you know. But I'm gonna be in the market for a bigger Bobcat, you know, and a newer one. And I don't even have to go with the Bobcat brand. I might take, you know, I might end up financing one or something if they got a good deal. And they always got good deals. And that leads me into another topic, y'all. Good credit. Keeping your credit on point, y'all, is critical. When I started my business, I didn't have, well, I was maxed out on credit because I just bought a house. I just lost my job. So I couldn't get no financing on nothing, man, on nothing, you know. But over the years, I have, you know, paid all my bills like I'm supposed to. Of course, work like I'm supposed to, earn money like I'm supposed to, and cut and you know, pay things off, and only to, you know, go in debt again. I'll pay something off, and then I'll go right back. I'll buy something else, and then that's how I've accumulated all these tools that you guys see me have. You know, I got a lot of tools, and I got a lot of tools that you guys probably have not even seen. And the tools are valuable because that's what earns. So, you know, I kind of just, but that's how I do. If I gotta, like right now, y'all know I'm paying on that Scag mower. I didn't put anything down on it. Zero down. It gave me 48 months. What I did is when I bought it, is I went on and financed the whole thing, and then the first payment that I made was $5K. I went on and made a $5,000 payment to get that thing down to where I could easily do the minimal, you know, and the minimal not being a lot, and pay it off in 3 years if I want to, or I could pay the whole thing off. Now I don't know how they'll do that if I do the trade-in. I think what they'll do is they'll trade it in, and the loan will stay the same, and I'll pay the difference. That's what I think will happen. You know, and that difference is going to be, you know, $3,500 or so. And that tells you, and I'll do an exit review on the Scag, but that tells you how much I don't want the Scag. If I'm willing to take, y'all, a $3,500 hit, y'all take heed to that, because that speaks volume, man, if you know me. I'm just saying it does, because I don't like to blow money on things that don't make me money. And me taking a $3,500 hit, give or take, that's huge if you ask me. To me, that's huge. Now, it might not be to some of these big YouTubers that don't have to pay for shit, but to me, that's big, dude. You know, when I don't have to, I can just keep the mower, keep making the payments, and you know, never, and just keep and use the mower, you know. But I had a lot of guys and a lot of Scag lovers, and I'm not down on the Scag lovers. I mean, you know, you don't know what you don't know, you know. I would venture to say, and please comment, y'all, bring it on, bring it on. I would venture to say that anybody that's owned a Exmark Laser Z X Series with a 30 horsepower engine or more, I don't know about the S Series, the E Series, or none of that. I know I'm talking about the X Series Laser Z 60-inch deck, 30 horsepower or more machine. Anybody that's owned one of them, and then they go to a Scag of equivalent size, engine, blah, blah, it ain't even a comparison, man. I mean, so y'all let me know in the comments if you have owned both. And I'm talking about the Exmark first. If you own the Exmark Laser Z X Series 60-inch deck mower, 30 horsepower or more, and you sold it and you bought you a Scag, and you still think the Scag is a better machine, please let me know in the comments how you came to that conclusion. Because what I'm seeing, people that are not dogging me out, but you know, calling me out on the Scag and my review of it and what my thoughts are on the Scag. And the only mower I'm talking about is the Turf Tiger 2. Sold their Exmark, got a Turf Tiger 2, and they believe that the Turf Tiger 2 is a better machine than the Exmark Laser Z X Series 30 horsepower 60-inch mower. Of course, the Scag is going to be better than a John Deere tractor mower. Of course, Scag is a great mower if that's the only zero-turn mower that you've owned, you know. Of course, you're gonna, you know, of course it's great. It's the best mower on the market. You know, if you ain't never had nothing no better than that. But I'm coming from the caddies, the Cadillac of mowers, being the Exmark Laser Z X Series. So I just don't see how anybody with any kind of knowledge on and not what people say, but where people have owned the Exmark Laser Z X Series and sold it and bought a Turf Tiger 2, and they think the Turf Tiger 2 cuts grass better than the Laser Z. I don't believe that. And all the feedback that I've been getting on the Scag and my thoughts on the Scag, they're coming from people that ain't never owned an Exmark Laser Z X Series. So it's hard to, you know, these people on YouTube, man, to me, they make these bold assumptions about things that they never even owned. And now, how's a guy that ain't never owned, I ain't talking about demoed one, I'm talking about owned one for a period of time, ain't never owned an Exmark, gonna sit there and tell me Scag is better than an Exmark? I mean, I've owned them both. I got them both. So I can make an educated decision, an educated guess, an educated everything on that, you know, because I own them both. I know, you know, what the Scag is, and I know what the Exmark Laser Z X Series is. getting a lot of flack behind that too, man. I don't see how in the world somebody gonna make a hardcore, you know, decision based on if they've never owned an Exmark, you know. So you can call it me biased, call me whatever you want to call me, it don't matter. At the end of the day, if the Scag were a better machine or it cut better than these Laser Z's, I would say that, because, you know, I'm the fool that spent 14K on a mower I don't even want, you know. Yeah, there's that. Okay, y'all, I'm finna pull it up over here to the rental place. I'll get some video, man. Peace out. I've been thinking about getting a Mini X, and is this too? This might be too many, huh? What can you do with this one right here, Deb? Well, I mean, Grasshopper. What can you do with this one? Can you make money with one like this size? What is that? I mean, does that say 17 horsepower? Are you kidding me? No way, dude. That's too small, man. So, new piece of equipment for Ray. This right, one of these right here, y'all. This is what I've been talking about buying. One of these right here, dude, is weight in gold. I mean, look, dude. This thing will pick you up, turn you around 360. You're in a safe bucket. It's got these legs that fold out. It's all electrical. There's no engine. You just charge it up, dude. And man, these things are badass, man. They are. You got the controls. I guess there's the controls right there. You got, but yeah, this is pretty. These are pretty good to have. T35 means 35 feet. And you just plug it in. So you just plug it in. There's a power cord. You just plug it in, dude. It's that simple, man. They must have. You got to be able to control it from up here. I don't see the controls. Maybe there's a unit they slide in up there or something. I don't know. Where, I mean, if you can't control it from up here, then that ain't worth a damn, if you ask me. See, 440 pounds. Dude, these are bad. But I have rented these before, and dude, there's a lot of money in tree trimming. And see, considering I got the skid steer now, and I can put this thing down where a truck can never get it, you know, because I welded a receiver hitch onto one of my buckets, and I just stick that, whatever, the 2-inch ball in there, just like a truck. I'll just stick that 2-inch ball in there, and I can maneuver this thing. Yeah, it's very nice, man. Now, to me, if you're gonna spend the money it takes to get something like this, y'all, I just think if you're making money with it, and if you're Johnny Farmer, well, that's different, you know. If you're Johnny Farmer, but or a homeowner, a big landowner, I guess. To me, though, that's nice. I gotta say, y'all gotta admit, that's pretty nice. But it's too little, man. It's too little. We'll probably, see, I bet that rig right there, I might be wrong, so I'm just throwing a number. I bet that rig right there, that tractor, bucket, rear piece here, yeah, I bet that tractor right there is probably $25,000 or $30,000. I wouldn't be surprised. Then you got a, you know, a $3,500 trailer, you know, so it just don't look like it weighs enough to me, man. Not for what you could spend. I think you'd come out better buying a skid steer, maybe not a Bobcat, but a machine that's got tracks on it, a machine that you don't have to worry about. Sorry about the wind, y'all. A machine where you don't have to worry about flat tires. Oh my goodness, y'all. Yeah. So, you know, I've had tractors. I've never had one with the backhoe on the back, but I have had tractors before. And I had a Massey Ferguson, man, and it was a good tractor, but to make money with, it really wasn't a good tractor to make money with. It got my feet wet in the bush hog game, you know. I bush hog, used to go bush hog, you know, 20, 30 acre fields with it, you know. But it's always required a lot of work, man. I just found over the years, right, that I can make more money with a track machine, like a skid steer with all the attachments. Because once you get the majority of the attachments, dude, you're in the game, man. I mean, dude, you just upgrade the skid steer. That's all you got to do. And hell, that ain't a far jump for me, considering I already got one. That's a chunk of money right there. I can trade it in, you know, maybe get a bigger one. I want to get one that's, you know, I like to be looking at the 90 horsepower or something like that. That's kind of where I want to get. But, you know, there's some restrictions with that because they're so heavy, they're so wide. It's gonna have to be able to fit on my 14K trailer. So, and I believe it will. It'd have to be 8 foot wide not to. So I'm not a far jump from buying a skid steer and you know, upgrading the skid steer. All right, y'all. So I just left Home Depot. I got everything I need. I just got old cheap reels, man. It's hard to keep the hoses straight. I didn't buy an expensive one. If I can make some money with the damn pressure washer and that surface cleaner, then I'll buy more stuff. Right now, I just bought the cheap stuff, make a few dollars, you know, and then invest more as it makes sense. All right, y'all, so I got me some barbecue brisket, you know. Well, it ain't barbecue brisket, it's just brisket. She said it's so good that you don't have to have no sauce or nothing on it. So I got me a brisket sandwich from the old hole in the wall barbecue pit down here in the downtown. Hey, peace out.